Okay, so it wants us to find the derivative at a point, or it could ask finding the gradient of a curve at a specific x value. And I'm going to show you how to do this by hand and by using your calculator. So I have the equation y equals 3 over x squared plus x cubed minus x plus 2, and it wants me to find the gradient at x equals 2. So by hand, of course, the first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find our derivative. So by hand. So of course, we have a red flag here. We have something in the denominator that we are going to have to move up to the numerator. So we're going to have to deal with that first. So we're going to have y. So this is going to turn into 3x to the negative 2 plus x cubed minus x plus 2. Now that I no longer have that red flag, I can actually take the derivative. So remember, the 3 just stays. Bring the 2 down, take 1 away from the exponent. This one doesn't really have anything to stay in front, so just the plus sign stays. Take 1 away from the exponent. Remember, the derivative of just an x is 1. And the derivative of just a constant, I'm going to write it here just to remind you, is 0. So when we simplify our derivative, we have negative 6x to the negative 3 plus 3x squared minus 1. To make the math a little easier in my head, I'm going to change this into a proper positive exponent. So now it wants us to find it at x equals 2. So that means I need to replace these x's with 2. So we want to find y prime. So we're going to have negative 6 over 2 cubed plus 3, 2 squared minus 1. So we're going to have negative 6/8 plus 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12, minus 1 is 11. So if we change this into common bases, that's going to be 88 over 8. Take away, so that's going to be 82 over 8. Which of course can be simplified to 41 over 4. Or 4 is going to go there, 10, and 1, 4. So my gradient at the point x equals 2 is 41 over 4, or 10 and 1/4. Remember, keeping the gradient in an improper fraction is just fine, because it tells us we need to rise 41 for every 4 that we run. So now doing that using your calculator. So if we just go menu, I'm going to go into this basic run math. You do need to make sure, so we're going to go shift menu to go into the setup. You need to make sure that your derivative is on. If your derivative is not on, this won't work. So again, that's shift setup, make sure derivative is on. Once we have that on, we're going to go in here. So you can see I was already playing around with this. So we're going to go into math. So we're going to hit F4. Then you can see there's a d over dx. There's a derivative button here. So I want to say I'm going to take the derivative, and then we're going to type in our equation right from the get-go. So this very first one with nothing changed. So I have a fraction. I'm going to go 3 over, remember, still using that same x button with graphing, 3 over x squared plus x cubed minus x plus 2. And we want to find that derivative at x equals 2. So if I hit enter, boom, 41 over 4, done. So you can do it by hand or by calculator.